Extension campus here at Southeastern University, and this is my personal testimony. So my testimony actually dates back about 10 years ago when I was about 8 years old, when me and my family were looking into adoption because it was something that was put onto our heart. So we started off just by praying about it to see whether or not adoption is something of God's will. And then afterwards, God moved in so many ways that I couldn't even fathom at that time. So the first way is my mom just wanted to look for any kind of sign about adoption. Maybe just the pastor would say the word adoption during a sermon. So we go to church that same day, then the entire sermon is just about adoption. Just coincidence? I think not. So then the second testimony that I have, I actually had a prophetic vision. I was at my grandparents' house and I unwrapped my sister on Christmas Day from a gift box. So then I go to tell my parents about it, but they don't understand it at the time, but it makes sense later once we actually adopt her. So about a month flies by, my parents go off to Russia, then they fill out all the paperwork, and then I bring back my sister, get this, on Christmas Day at the exact same location where I had the dream, which was my grandparents' house. Just wow, God is so amazing in these ways. So something that this reveals to me is that God is not a passive God, and that He is always working in ways that are beyond our imagination as humans. So one verse that comes up to me is Ephesians 3:20, which states that God can do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can ever ask, dream, or imagine in our wildest dreams. It shows that God can give us prophetic dreams to this day, and that it's not just something that happened in the Bible, but it can happen in the modern day as well. So Hebrews 13:8 is a great example of this, since it talks about how God is always the same God, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, that He'll always be loving, He'll always be good, always be omnipresent, always be omnipotent, despite the current circumstance of our life. So my hope in sharing this testimony with others is that they will be able to put their faith into the impossible, and that they will have an increased awareness about prophecy in their life, and that they can be able to apply it in different ways. I hope that they can realize the divine nature that God has, especially in the big decisions that we make in life, and that He is always 15 moves ahead of us in these kinds of situations. So finally, to wrap things up, I hope that this will give them reassurance that God always has their back no matter what they're going through, and that they will have the mindset to achieve things that they thought were impossible at first through His power. Thank you very much.